What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Fantasy Football Game Show presented by Front Yard Fantasy. I'm your host, Simon, joined as always by my beautiful co-hosts, John, Luke, and Josh. What's up, guys?
What up?
Doing well.
Josh,
it seems
quiet
like
down there.
There's some technical difficulties out.
Yeah, I apologize for the
here.
sound issues that were coming through for everyone. Josh looks like he's frozen with the double thumbs up, but we got him back now. Joining us today as well, making his return to the show to play some Fantasy Football Jeopardy, is our good buddy John. He is the host of the Fantasy Football Diagnostics podcast, and now we have Liftoff New York Jets podcast, and he's a fan-sided contributor for the Jet Press. Congrats on the W yesterday as well. John, thank you so much for coming in and playing with us today.
Yo, welcome. I mean, thank you for having me. Welcome.
Welcome to my show.
But yeah, happy to be on with you guys. Glad to call you guys, or glad to call myself, I guess, a friend of the show here with my lovely
good friend, best friend of the
show. Best friend. Hey, man, don't go on making promises you can't keep now. But I'm glad to be on with you guys. Of course, after a Jets win, that makes it all the more lovely. But yes, happy to talk some football and play some fantasy football Jeopardy. Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Going to be fun. We got some people in here already happy about the Jets win, celebrating with you. Justin saying Jets, Jets. And Craig saying John on after a Jets win just feels right. Great planning. Yeah, we did it on purpose. We knew they were going to win. We willed it to happen. Yeah, Jay actually
you guys
called
took some money line on that too.
Josh, did you get it right in your pick 'em? Did you pick the Jets?
I don't know what's going on with my internet. I think I got to reset my internet, guys.
Okay, we'll see you in a second, Josh. We got Pengspix in here. What's up? He said Simon's photo brought me here. That is all. It's a pretty good looking one.
It was a very good looking one.
Without a shirt, but we kept it on. Got to keep it PG at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. Jay in here says, when's the last time the Jets and Giants won on the same week? I don't know.
I think they did that. I feel like they did that another time this season. I'd have to fact check that though.
Well, we won't have to check too many weeks, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, I work with some Giant. Yeah, it wouldn't be too many weeks to check, right? I work with some Giants fans, and I just remember thinking like, oh, I can't even celebrate this one extra hard because like the Giants won.
I can't be talking too much. The Browns are continuing to find creative ways to disappoint out there.
Yeah, they are.
God, Baker just looks like he's been beat up to no end. He's terrified out there. We got Case in here says, yo, guys, do you think it was a good trade, me receiving Javonte Williams and trading the best punter kicker in the league, Kareem Hunt? I thought that said Kareem Hunt until I got to the very end, Case, and I reread it before I put it on, and you got me to read a joke on screen. Maria said, Frozen Josh scared me. Hello, everyone. Welcome in, Maria. Glad to have you here.
Maria.
And Justin did the fact checking for us. He said week 4 was the last time the Jets and Giants won on the same week. So, John, you were right. It did happen. What's up, Albert? Welcome in. Glad to have you here. And J-Wall saying, what's good? We're good, J-Wall. That's what's good. Maria said wrong New York team, but that's okay. You guys both got wins, Maria, so yeah, it's all good. Mike, welcome in. He said, my guys, glad to have you here. And Craig saying the Browns are doing what the Browns do. Also, Kaysen letting us know he was being serious. There was just a joke in there. Something in Kareem Hunt for Javonte Williams was a trade that he made. JL, do you like that trade? Which side would you want, the Javonte Williams or the Kareem Hunt side?
Well, depending when the trade was done, which I don't recall, then I imagine it's a great trade because Kareem Hunt has been out. He didn't get a ton of work yesterday, which was kind of what I was expecting. I didn't expect him to just throw him back into the mix here and give him like a ton of work. But going forward, I think these guys are similar. I think I would probably rather have Javonte Williams.
John, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have the player who's playing and getting me fantasy points than the player who is not. And
great analysis.
Honestly, Javonte Williams, when you look at his outlook, just I don't know when this trade was done, but a few weeks ago, he's always been sold on this guy that has a ton of upside, right? Like the schedule is great for Denver from a running back fantasy points perspective, and then he's on top of that. He's also has potentially this role here if the Denver Broncos decided to just give Javonte Williams this work and stop making it a committee or if something were happening to Melvin Gordon rather, then Javonte Williams ends up in a potential RB1 and league winner type player. So, and then you're getting a kicker or best kicker punter. I don't know who that was and whether it was a kicker or a punter, but you're getting the best one. So I guess that's a nice cherry on top.
That's always good.
JL, I am going to disagree with what you said about Kareem Hunt's usage yesterday a little bit. Yes, he only got 7 carries, but Nick Chubb only got 8. The Ravens were stacking the box because they had zero fear about Baker Mayfield injured throwing the ball. They were throwing 8 in the box the entire game. The Browns had to abandon the run the way that the Ravens were playing, and they couldn't beat him in the air. He got 1 less carry than Nick Chubb. I think they used him to the full extent that the game plan allowed them to. It's not like he was way underutilized compared like on a percentage of carries basis, but I get what you're saying. I don't think this will be the case for the Browns rest of season, but if Baker stays hurt and teams realize they don't have to worry about him beating them through the air, we could see more of this rest of season. So there are concerns about the running game as a whole in Cleveland if Baker is still this injured, but usage-wise, I'm not too concerned about Kareem Hunt.
At what point do the Browns have to decide to just put Case Keenum in, right? Like if Baker is this poorly, like if he's this hurt to the point where you can't even operate your offense and you have to play left-handed essentially, at what point do you have to look at this is a potential playoff team here in the Browns, right? Like you have to look at the team's best interest over Baker Mayfield's.
I mean, I think it was only 4 years ago that Case Keenum almost brought the Vikings to the Super Bowl. Like he's a competent quarterback. He can game manage. And I agree with you. Baker, when healthy, is obviously the better play, but he's far from healthy right now. We'll see after the bye. If the Browns didn't bench him this week, I can't imagine them benching him in 2 weeks after a week of rest, but we'll see what happens right there. Scott Fish in the chat saying, put me in, coach. Just got home.
Hey.
Man, always screaming, put me in, coach.
We love Scott Fish and Jeopardy. Scott Fish and Jeopardy. It goes hand in hand, right?
Should we invite him on? Should we allow him on this one time?
We're nice guys. I mean,
we're nice guys.
Justin wants to know, any concern that Cooper missed practice today for a Thursday night football game? John, does that concern you at all for Cooper?
No, I mean, I think that, this was, I don't exactly know the protocols and everything, but I think this is kind of within his timeline. And as long as he's back, Tuesday, Wednesday, I think that he should be okay.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Josh. Same read on the situation.
Yeah, more or less. He's missed 2 games now, right?
Yeah.
I expect him to be back, but we're going to have to keep an eye on it, obviously.
And Mike, you're saying he kept Madison stashed on the bench, and guess who will start next week versus Detroit? Guys, this is the time of year it really helps to have some backups on your bench. If you've got room on your bench, pick up backups, high-value backups, and stash them because injuries happen all the time. We saw a couple major ones this weekend. And Bam, and you're saying, oh, how good it was to beat the brakes off the fraudulent Rams. That is aggressive, Bam. But congrats on
a Green Bay fan.
Bam, the Green Bay Packers fan. What's up, Kev? Welcome in. And Kaysen says, CMC out for the season. Thoughts on Chuba being Panthers starting running back? So we were talking a little bit about this before the show started. And John, I believe you're the one who brought up that Amir Abdullah in the recent weeks has been seeing more touches than Chuba has. Do you think Chuba is the guy who gets slotted into that starting role, or do you think it's going to be a split with him and Amir Abdullah, or is Abdullah the guy?
Honestly, if I told you that I knew the answer to that, I'd be lying. But based on
what's the answer?
Based on what I've seen in recent weeks, just having been someone that had Chuba Hubbard on my roster and not being the Christian McCaffrey manager, I was trying to figure out what to do with Chuba Hubbard. And so looking at the usage, it was like, well, Amir Abdullah seems to be getting more touches. And I kind of was in this frame of mind where like CMC's playing and like I need a roster spot. I need somebody to play. So I'm just going to drop Chuba Hubbard. Sure enough, CMC is out for the season now. So here I am probably going to have to put in a waiver claim on Chuba Hubbard or Amir Abdullah. But based on the recent usage, I think that we play this game a lot where it's a game of probability, right? So might as well just try to get not both of these guys, but try to get at least one of these guys so that you increase your chances of getting this one right. Like I wouldn't just leave Amir Abdullah on the wayside, nor would I leave Chuba Hubbard on the wayside either. I would try to get one of these guys. But if I had to put my money on it, I would put my eggs in the Amir Abdullah basket.
in the
I
Amir
think I would
Abdullah
go on the
basket?
other side of this. I'm expecting Chuba Hubbard to be the main guy here. Neither running back really got a ton of carries. I think they both got 2 carries in this game against Miami. And we just haven't seen, there hasn't been enough rushing attempts really for me to be confident in that trend. So I do expect Amir Abdullah will be the backup, but I could be wrong about that, John. I think you could be. There's the world where you're absolutely right that Amir Abdullah wins this job.
And Albert in here letting us know. We talked about this before. CMC did have a tough playoff schedule, but we said we don't care because it's Christian McCaffrey. Well, now that it's not Christian McCaffrey, now that it's Chuba Hubbard or Amir Abdullah, I do care. That is a big problem for these backs in the playoffs. You're probably not going to be able to rely on them in a struggling Panthers offense with someone that's not the talent that Christian McCaffrey is. John, do you have concern about this playoff schedule for these backs, or would you be comfortable trotting them out there?
I mean, if you're playing in a PPR league, the state of the running back position, I think anybody who's catching passes is probably a viable play. So with that being said, if Amir Abdullah is going to catch passes, then maybe I would be into that. But Cam Newton's the quarterback. We don't really see him dump the ball down to running backs not named Christian McCaffrey all that often. So I think you put these guys on your bench, see what happens, and if you need to play one of these guys, if an injury happens or you just really need a flex play, like I would be totally fine with taking a shot on one of these guys in a high-scoring game where they're probably going to be trailing against these 3 high-scoring teams, or two of the 3 high-scoring teams, and making some impact on the passing game.
Yeah, that makes sense right there, guys. Josh, did you have something to add there?
Oh, no.
Sorry,
I am on the Chuba Hubbard side of things a little bit, though, myself.
Josh on the Chuba side there. Jay said he's with you, John, though. He's agreeing on the Amir Abdullah side. Before we get into our game, we have a question in here from Memphis. It says, need some advice, guys. Thinking about trading away Lockett and Darrell Williams for Russell Wilson and Darrell Henderson. Just lost CMC, and Tua is my starting quarterback at the moment. Josh, how do you feel about this trade? Which side of it would you prefer?
Yeah, I mean, you're obviously getting the upgrade at the running back position, right? Darrell Williams doesn't have a ton of value right now to me. I think Christian McCaffrey, it seems like the team has decided to kind of give him the reins again, which there was a lot of questions about going in to the last game. I'm not saying he has no value, but Darrell Henderson is the man. Tyler Lockett himself does have some value, though. I definitely prefer Tyler Lockett over Russell Wilson. So when it comes down to it, is the value of Darrell Henderson kind of worth? Yeah, I like this trade.
Yeah, you're giving up Lockett for. I would do Lockett for Henderson. I think that's it's an upgrade, just in terms of the vacuum. Not even taking into account the fact that you just lost CMC, and it's going to help balance out your team. And then to me, it kind of feels like Russell Wilson is kind of free here. Darrell Williams is more of a backup type with CEH back now. So I think it's a great trade.
My question here is, with the way Russell Wilson has been playing recently and the Seahawks offense has looked, don't get me wrong, I think I would prefer Russell Wilson rest of season, but I think this is a question. How much of an upgrade is Russell Wilson over Tua anyways for your team? I'm not convinced it's that big of an upgrade the way these 2 players are playing right now. John, how do you feel about those 2 quarterbacks rest of the season?
Yeah, 2 quarterbacks rest of the season. Tua is playing really good football right now. The Miami Dolphins have a really good defense as well, so it's kind of helping get in some favorable situations. Russell Wilson's not playing great, and kind of like what JL said, right? Like this, in regards to this trade, Russell Wilson's kind of like a throw-in, right? So I don't hate it, but I think that when you really look at what these guys have done, you could probably be better off streaming the position, rather than putting all your eggs in the Russell Wilson basket. Or even Tua, for that matter. But I think you could get away with it with Tua.
Yeah. Guys, we are going to answer the other questions throughout the show today, but I want to make sure we get into our game. Before we get started, a couple of things. Number one, if you're watching this video and you haven't done so already, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. We're there at Front Yard Fantasy. It is the easiest way to show your support for this show and the best way to guarantee you get to see Josh's beautiful face like 7 times a week. It's right here all the time, Stop. Guys, also, if you are not already following our boy John on Twitter, go follow him at JR Football Nerd. It's right there below his face on the screen. You can see it. He is an excellent follow and one of our favorite people in this space. So I'm keep on inviting him back. We just like hanging out with you, John. I'm glad you keep on agreeing to come back.
The feeling is mutual. Trust me, guys.
Man, that's awesome. Josh, before we start playing some Jeopardy, do you want to explain to everyone how this game is going to work?
Yeah, I got that. So it's a lot like Jeopardy. You guys know Jeopardy, the popular television game show, right? Today we're playing Fantasy Football Jeopardy. All the questions that are asked today will be football related. And like I just said, it's very similar to how Jeopardy is played. However, we will not buzz in to answer questions. The contestants will go in order. And today we are playing our new rule. If you answer a question correctly, you will be able to pick the category of the contestant that goes after you in the order. All right. If it's your turn and the person didn't get it correct in front of you, you will get to decide which category and which question you would like to answer. Keep in mind that, especially today, the questions that have larger prizes, so the $500 questions, are more difficult than the $100 questions. The $100 questions are meant to be more or less a layup. The $500 questions are supposed to be pretty tough. $300 questions right there in the middle. So keep that in mind. If you get a question right, you'll earn the amount shown. We will not be assigning negative points. Once we get through all the questions on the board, we will have a final Jeopardy round where contestants will have to decide how much money they would like to wager before knowing what the question actually is. And whoever gets the most money is going to win. That's simple. That's simple. Oh, and also no double Jeopardy, and you don't have to put in style of a question.
I said, I'm not doing that in this game. I was muted. JML Sports in here wants to know his chances in the playoffs. 9-2. Congratulations, first of all. Excellent record. AJ Brown on IR, and he'll get a first round bye in week 14. Wants to know what his chances are with this team. Pittman, Lamb, Higgins, and Pitts at tight end wide receiver. Then Monty, Kamara, Javonte, Najee at running back. You're loaded at running back. This is a great running back core. The receivers, some of these guys are trending in the wrong direction. Pittman is trending down. Pitts is trending down. But I'm still fairly comfortable with this receiving core, especially with how strong your running backs are. You got a shot. You got a shot with this team in the playoffs. John, how do you feel about this team?
No, I like this team a lot. I mean, I don't know what the makeup is of the roster construction in terms of what your lineup is supposed to be, but I'm assuming Kamara makes it back healthy in week, I guess in week 15 by the time you have to play. This is a really good running back core, those 4 running backs, and assuming you're only starting maybe, I guess, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, 2 flexes, then maybe, Lamb and Higgins or Lamb and Pittman are your 2 wide receivers. I like it a lot. And Pitts, I think he's due for some really major touchdown regression. I mean, he's got 600 receiving yards. He's only scored 1 touchdown on the year.
And he's so big.
Yeah, I mean,
he'll get more touchdowns.
he's got to get some touchdowns here on the back half of this season, which will make his overall finish look better.
Absolutely,
guys. Sick, by the way. I love this day. You're fine, JML.
Yeah.
So it came out today. Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni said that quarterback Jalen Hurts is nursing a sore ankle he suffered during the Sunday loss to the Giants, and it could impact his availability for Sunday versus the Jets. If he sits, does this help or hurt Devonta Smith's value that week? Josh, you said, what's the answer?
I mean, how could I possibly say this helps Devonta Smith's value? Smith has been very good as a rookie wide receiver this season, and Jalen Hurts, while he's not, you might say he's not the best passer in the world, his ability to run does open up the passing game, right? So I'm not going to say it helps his value.
Yeah. John, do you agree there?
Yes and no, because I think you get a different style of offense when Jalen Hurts is your quarterback, where you're more run oriented. Your pass game is a little bit different. Maybe on even passing downs, you're not even calling passing plays because you have this the versatility of Jalen Hurts. So it makes me think if Gardner Minshew is the quarterback, that you're forced into a more traditional offense, and maybe that leads to more pass plays where Devonta Smith's 30% target share leads to 8 or 9 targets instead of 6 or 7, right? So I don't think that it helps him tremendously, but I don't think that the value goes down. I think there's maybe, if anything, a window of opportunity for it to lead to slightly more production.
Jael, one more question before we jump into the game. Bam says, since Taysom is looking to get the starting role Thursday, if Kamara is good to go, how would Taysom affect Kamara? Do you expect it to negatively or positively affect Alvin Kamara when Taysom takes over at the QB position?
It's hard to tell. I know everyone's very worried because when Taysom first started playing or starting last season, Kamara didn't get many opportunities. Taysom really took a lot of those rushing opportunities. That changed, though. That changed a couple games into Taysom starting. I wouldn't be too worried. This offense really does not have many pieces to run through. And so I think Kamara's going to have his opportunities. Otherwise, you're talking about pretty much like Taysom Hill being the only one scoring points on the Saints offense, which doesn't seem likely to me. That would be pretty easy to shut down from a defensive perspective.
Yep. John, do you agree with JL here? Are you worried about Kamara with Taysom in at quarterback?
No, 100% agree with JL, man. I don't think the Saints have any other choice but to run this thing through Alvin Kamara.
And Craig in here saying Giants beat the Eagles and Jay is back to being feisty. Yeah, we're getting feisty, Jay, now. He's got that fresh off a win confidence. You guys ready to play?
Yep.
By the way, Jalen Hurts, like there's like 2 like touchdown passes that Jalen Reagor pretty much dropped, more or less, that he could have brought in. He's has a much better fantasy game if Jalen Reagor makes one of those catches.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. The very last play, Jalen Reagor dropped near perfect throw right to him, hit him in the hands in the end zone. Jalen Hurts also made a lot of mistakes this game.
No, I'm not trying to hype up Jalen. I'm just talking from a fantasy perspective. I know a lot of people are just playing with this game.
Yeah, no, completely agree with you.
So, you guys ready to get in there?
Let's do it.
Yeah,
I already determined the order of the game. We're starting with John. We're going to JL. Then we're going with Simon. You guys okay with that? I don't care. Let's get in there. John, we're starting with you. And okay you have your choice. Oh, great. I'm glad to hear it. You have your choice on the board, John. Any category, any amount. Let's go. And keep in mind, there is a rule we're doing where if you get your question correct, you get to pick the category, not the amount for the person that goes after you. So, JL.
Where's all-time leaders? I'm picking for Simon again.
No all-time leaders, but we do have top. Okay, so I'll go over the categories real fast. We have season receiving stats, week 12 fantasy points, top fantasy performers from 2017 to 2021, 2021 ESPN ADP. So this is the ADP coming into the year, and then FanDuel Monday Night Special.
FanDuel.
All right, so good luck, guys. John, what category and what amount would you like?
Give me week 12 fantasy points for 300.
Week 12 fantasy points for 300. John, who scored more PPR fantasy points in week 12? Was it Pat Fryermuth, Rob Gronkowski, or Cole Kmet?
The answer is Rob Gronkowski, or who is Rob Gronkowski?
Yeah, we will not have to do that, but I love that you did. And the answer is Rob Gronkowski with 19.3 fantasy points. Pat Fryermuth had 14 and Cole Kmet had 14.5. Great job, John. This will get you 300 points to start off the game, and it's looking good. And you do actually get to pick JL's category next.
So JL is going to pick top fantasy performers.
No, God, I thought we were on the same team.
Do 500.
Like
do 500.
We'll do it for 400.
No, so JL gets to pick the amount.
But let's see. I'll go with 300.
Do we go with 300?
Lame.
All right,
Yeah.
Top fantasy performance 2017 to 2021 for 300. JL, who had the most PPR fantasy points during the 2019 season? Was it Michael Thomas, Aaron Jones, or Christian McCaffrey?
CMC.
JL is going with CMC. Didn't sound incredibly confident, but he's correct. CMC is the correct answer by a lot. Look at this, guys. Remember that season? 471.2 fantasy points. Michael Thomas had one of the best wide receiver seasons like ever that year and only had 374.6.
That makes sense.
It was wild.
Yeah, I thought that was a trick for sure.
Me too.
No. It was definitely CMC. Yeah, I threw an Aaron Jones in here just as a little there you go. There he is. All right, JL, good job. You get to pick Simon's
all-time performances for Simon.
Top fantasy performers.
Yeah, I'll take top fantasy.
No, I got you. I know what you're going for there. I did not create that category. Just I didn't want to screw over Simon 2 weeks in a row.
And I hate to help my opponents, but don't forget to give JL his money.
Oh, Drew, thank you. JL, so what category do you want Simon to go?
I want Simon to do top fantasy performers.
Okay.
500.
500.
Oh, he's going hard. He's going harder, going home. Let's go. Simon, who had the most PPR fantasy points during the 2017 season? Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, Todd Gurley, or Alvin Kamara?
Okay, 2017. What was I doing during 2017? I was in college. I was passing my classes that time, I think. I think that was back when I was like,
that
you were
matters,
gone.
dude.
So that's when I was doing well in school. So I'm trying to remember who that year was. When did we start the other league? Man, this one's tough.
It is $500
I'll go
question.
I'll go Bell.
Going Le'Veon Bell?
Is it
The
Todd
answer is
Gurley?
Todd Gurley.
It's gotta be Gurley.
Todd
Come
Gurley.
on.
The answer is Todd Gurley. And I actually included, I also threw in DeAndre Hopkins in here just to give you some perspective
I'm
here. But
surprised Le'Veon Bell was that high, honestly. I thought that when was the year that he set out? Was it the next year?
I'm not 100% sure. You know, I don't want to give anything away. Maybe
Josh,
it's
that would have been
involved.
dirty
Okay.
if you put him on the list and it was the year he sat out.
Oh, that would have been so. It's 500. That would have been so tricky.
Guys,
sorry.
I did not get any money that round. But before we move on, Scott has a very important question for us. What should I get my wife for Christmas? So Josh, what should Scott Fish get his wife for Christmas?
A nice Christmas tie.
A nice Christmas tie. John,
Yeah.
John, what do you think?
Oh man, I'm struggling because I'm trying to do.
Could
think
you
of the
imagine
same
someone
thing
getting
for
a
my wife.
tie for their wife for Christmas?
Go
I guess
through
it
her
is.
like
Some women wear
makeup
ties.
and her perfume and see what she's running low on and replace those.
You're John with
That's
the
a good
real
idea.
tip.
Very
That's a good
John,
one.
yeah.
That's a good
Jail, what
idea.
about you?
Huh. Well, what I
Knit
know
her a
about
sweater.
Scott Fish's wife is that she is very bothered by the fact that every time she tries to read, Scott Fish comes barreling in, asking her, "Hey, what are you doing?" So I would say give her some nice alone time, Scott.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Clutter-free
And
gift
it's
right there.
very cheap gift for you there.
Yeah.
Keep that one in your back
Um,
pocket, Scott.
I
like
think
that.
you should get her a blanket with all of our faces on it. Like we can all pose for a photo and a full-size blanket
You
with
think
the
she'd
Front
love
Yard
that?
Fantasy crew plus John on it. We'll get you a high-quality picture blanket, and that'll be absolutely perfect.
Maria asking the important questions. Does she have a nice bag with insulated pockets?
That's a great
There's your
point.
answer, Scott.
Yeah.
There's your answer.
That's coming from a woman. You know, that's probably the person you want to ask.
She knows.
Or get a Tony Hawk autographed portrait. I think she would probably
Oh,
like a lot as well.
I thought you were
Scott.
gonna say Tony Hawk on the N64.
Oh, that would be good too.
That or GoldenEye. She's gonna love it.
And Maria is loving your real answer there, John. So John with the real answer. He's coming in clutch. You know what, John? I'm gonna do that.
Hey, man,
Don't tell my girlfriend.
it's because I'm struggling myself. So.
Listen,
That's what he did right
a
before
good
the
answer
show.
always.
He was rummaging through his wife's stuff.
Get her a
No,
massage.
like,
you know?
all those noises are just me on a podcast. I'm not rummaging through your perfume and makeup.
Oh my god.
You guys ready?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
and Pat, great guest. Shout out, Pat.
Yeah,
that was not a
Bell
great
was a
guess.
great
We
guess.
both got it
Great
wrong.
guess.
No,
Great
it was a
guess.
great guess
Terrible
that
guess,
Pat,
Simon.
when Pat did it, not
Yeah.
for you, Simon. Yeah,
you
exactly.
just copied
He's in the chat. It's a little bit
I'm
different.
out of here.
Well, we don't need you because Simon, you got that last one incorrect, so you will not get to pick John's next category. John, you get to pick your category and your amount. Which would you like to go with?
Let's go week 12 fantasy points for 500.
Ooh, he's going big here. He's going big. Week 12 fantasy points for 500. John, put these players in order. I told you the $500 ones were tough. In terms of PPR fantasy points in week 12, DJ Moore, Adam Thielen, Deontay Johnson, Michael Pittman.
We'll go Thielen, Johnson, Moore, Pittman. My
Thielen, Johnson, Moore, Pittman. Thielen, Johnson,
Damn.
Moore, Pittman.
Done.
Bravo,
Nailed it, John.
I am impressed with that. Thielen had 23.2 fantasy points. Johnson, 18.5. DJ Moore, 14.3. And Michael Pittman, a lowly 9.3. Great job, John. I am impressed.
I would have had Moore and Johnson mixed up. I thought that Moore touchdown would have been enough to push him over Johnson.
It wasn't a touchdown.
Oh, it was not a touch. That's where I keep getting messed up.
It was a 63-yard, I think, completion.
63-yard not touchdown.
Yeah.
Not
It felt like a touchdown between all the passes that got completed that game. Like just catching that ball that far down the field was a touchdown for them that game.
Great job on that, John. Great job. So you do get to pick
cool
JL's category as well.
Let's go 2021 ESPN ADP.
All right, 2021 ESPN ADP.
500.
JL, which amount?
500.
Oh,
You won't do 500?
You won't do it.
Voice down with
You won't
500.
do it.
I'll go 500.
voices.
Let's go.
Oh, he's doing it. He's doing it.
JL, put these players in order in terms of higher average draft position according to ESPN PPR ADP. Calvin Ridley, CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase, Cooper Kupp. So it's just who was drafted higher according to ESPN PPR ADP. Average draft position. Calvin Ridley, CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase, Cooper Kupp. You got to put them in order. What do you think, JL?
All right. Ridley, Lamb for sure. 1 and 2. Now Jamar Chase and Cooper Kupp. I'm gonna go Calvin Ridley, CeeDee Lamb, Cooper Kupp, Jamar Chase.
What if he just left
Calvin
them
Ridley?
What if he just left them in the order that they're in?
He could.
That could be
That's
right.
an answer. That's an answer, right?
Yeah.
That's what I have written down as the exact order.
So
I
JL's
feel
going
like
with
it's gonna be
Ridley,
switched up and Chase.
Ridley, Lamb, Cup, Chase. It is Ridley, Lamb,
No!
Cup, Chase.
Let's go.
Ridley drafted 19th overall. CeeDee Lamb 33rd. Cooper Kupp 44, and Jamar Chase 73. I guess he's a little bit lower on ESPN than other platforms.
That is
Well, it would
significantly lower
depend
than
when it would depend when you took this ADP data, because if you took it before he played a preseason game or those drops, that drops
think
article came.
It was the most recent ADP data, like going into the season.
So when they lock
and
it for the season.
Yeah, Jamar Chase was thought of a little bit lower after this preseason game, right?
Yeah, ESPN's a little bit more casual fans too, so they might not be taking Jamar Chase as high. So that makes sense.
True.
And Jay and Albert got it in the chat as well. Jay, while missing
job,
it,
guys.
come on, Jay.
Oh,
You're the only
boo.
one-
You would put it in that order, am I right?
What an
Yeah,
idiot!
no one else would have ever said that, Jay Wall. Not a single other person.
What
Idiot.
a dumb wall.
God. Say what a dumb wall.
Yeah.
All right, Simon, let's get to your final question of this round. JL, what category will Simon be doing?
God.
Let's do top fantasy performers 2017 to 2021.
You're screwing Simon over here. Which one, Simon?
I am not fun to play with.
Do I want to get on the board or do I want a shot to catch up? We're going to go with both, and I'm going to take 400.
All right. He's going with both because he's going to get this right. Who had the most PPR fantasy points during the 2018 season, Simon? Was it Saquon Barkley, Todd Gurley, or DeAndre Hopkins?
This is the worst category for me. I cannot remember what year was what year for the life of me. Like,
It was 2018.
I might as well just be throwing darts because, like, there is no difference between like the 2018 and 2016 season in my memory. Like I can think.
Well,
of
the good thing
seasons-
is the tough parts, the tough questions are over on this
Oh,
category.
good,
after
yeah.
This
So
one.
now I got a 1 in 3 chance at this one, so that's good instead of 1 in 4. It's been a lot of running backs. You wouldn't make it girly again, would you? You wouldn't do this to me again. I'll go. Shoot, what year was he?
I don't think Josh chooses who finishes.
No, but he wouldn't. He chooses the questions though, JL. So
Yes,
is
I
true.
did.
That is
Yes, I
true.
did.
and because of that, he knows the answers to them. I'll go DeAndre Hopkins.
Simon's going with DeAndre Hopkins.
Early again, isn't it?
It's Saquon Barkley.
Oh,
Oh, and it was
And-
last. I got that. And for some reason, you put Alvin Kamara in there just to rub the dirt in my face.
And
that
Christian
DeAndre
McCaffrey.
Hopkins did so
Oh,
poorly.
wow.
I just wanted to provide you guys
Josh
the top
Math.
5 from 2018. But I only included Todd Gurley and DeAndre Hopkins in the
okay,
question.
okay.
So Christian McCaffrey, I took out of here because I would have felt really bad about doing
That
this
would be
0.3 difference here. But Saquon Barkley was the top scorer in during the 2018 season.
Coming now,
Bro.
Beach 89 saying, whoa, they guessed Todd Gurley. Jay Wall also guessed Gurley, and Jay guessing Hopkins with me. Jay, I appreciate you just saying that to make me feel less bad about choosing that answer in this one.
That's exactly what it was.
That's 100% what it was. It was sympathy. Whew, I am pulling a JL on this game.
I resent that.
That was honestly, I literally scored 0 points when I played the one time I played this. Like the entire game, I scored 0 points. So I think it's really a Josh you're pulling.
To be fair, I may have made the questions too hard.
Other people got points, so
If I remember correctly, I didn't miss a question in that game, Josh, that you got all of them right. Now I'm doing the inverse. I am missing everything. And Craig said, just don't pull on JL. This is a family show. Good call.
Oh,
Good call.
Thanks, Greg.
So we have a really close one here after 2 rounds between JL and John, at least. Simon, he's trying. He's trying his best, you know?
Maria coming in with a real answer for Scott Fish, saying a trip or experience.
Yeah.
Low key.
Go with the experiences.
Fancy doesn't matter. It's much more valuable and something much more valuable than something tangible. Listen, you came here for fantasy advice and to play some fantasy football games, but you're getting relationship advice. You're welcome.
I actually like what Scott just said. He's got the better, information here. He's saying,
tripper. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. Do you think she would like a shovel, maybe an extension cord?
I think so. How many holes does she dig in the backyard? That's the question.
That's a great question.
With the experience, I just want to put a caveat on there. If you book like a comedy show, check before 20 minutes before the show that it's not at a strip club. And then you have to call an audible so you don't accidentally take your girlfriend to a strip club on her birthday.
Or you could have just done it.
So sending this link to
completely hypothetical. No, I bought tickets to a comedy show 10 minutes before we were going to leave. I looked up the venue and it was literally at a strip club. And so I had to call, and I was like, actually, we're going painting. And we did painting with a twist instead. It got in last second, but
starring an individual named Comedy, probably.
but she knows about the story, right?
Yeah, I told her. I told her on the way to painting. Yeah.
Gotcha. Fair enough. All right. Well, hey, close game. Do we have anything else in the comments that we need to go over here?
Bam came in and said TJ Watt to the COVID list. So that is a hit for the Steelers
Watt.
Defense right there. That's a big hit.
They needed another one.
That's a huge. I mean, the Ravens play the Steelers next week, so I'm not saying I'm happy about that, but TJ Watt.
Hopefully he gets
smarter than. You're smarter than the average J Wall. Don't listen to them.
That's for sure. 100%. Yeah, I like that take. All right, John, let's come back to you. And, I'm sorry, Simon did not get the last question correct. So, John, you get to pick. You have your choice of category here.
Honestly, man, JL is playing like left-handed almost because Simon is playing so poorly.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go week 12 fantasy points for 400.
Week 12 fantasy points.
I'm just tailing you, John.
Who scored more PPR fantasy points in week 12? Josh Jacobs, Dalvin Cook, James Robinson, or Damian Harris?
It was Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook is incorrect. I am sorry, John. Josh Jacobs had 19.2 fantasy points. Dalvin Cook with 14.3. James Robinson with 12.5. And Damian Harris with 12.2.
Oh, that hurt.
Wow.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. You're still tied for the lead. JL's not getting this next one right. So
probably not.
JL
knew.
You got it. Man, you are moving up the wall rankings, J-Wall. You're almost a faux brick wall now, but they're still a little bit ahead of you.
All right, JL, we're coming to you now.
What if I sew pockets into all her dresses? It depends where the pockets are and how many pockets.
They got to be on the front like a kangaroo. They got to be on the front like a kangaroo pouch, and then I think she would appreciate it.
One big pocket on the back.
That's another question I have here. Are you able to sew? Are you gonna ruin all these dresses?
Wife comes home. He's just got all of her dresses stitched together. A mess everywhere.
You can change your outfit whenever you want.
Oh, that's fantastic. JL, so John unfortunately got that last one incorrect. So that's going to allow you to choose any category and any amount here.
Bada bing, let's go.
You could take an easy one and try to get a lead here.
I'll take season receiving stats for 300.
If this is a target share question, Josh, I'm going to throw you off a cliff.
I'm not 100% sure.
For Mr. Target share.
I think this might be actually. Anyway, season receiving stats for 300. Your JL. Who has more targets this season?
God.
Devonta Smith, Terry McLaurin, or Tyler Lockett?
More targets this season. Devonta Smith.
It's not target share. It's not target share directly though. He thinks in percentages. So maybe I
do think in percentages.
It's targets. Total targets this season.
Oh gosh. I'm gonna go with gonna go with Tyler Lockett.
JL is going to go with Tyler Lockett. And he's incorrect. He's incorrect. And here's the funny thing is, I was like thinking about this one because I know we did like a target share question earlier, like, and it was Tyler Lockett was the answer. And I was like, if JL gets this one, I feel like he's going to choose Tyler Lockett.
You
I was like,
totally played me.
Well, I didn't know you were going to get that one. It was a 1 in 3 chance that you would, but I just had a feeling. But yeah, Terry McLaurin's killing it in terms of targets. And
we had 2 people in the chat get it right.
All different kinds of answers in the chat.
J-Wall agreed with you, JL. Mike said McLaurin. Eric said McLaurin. Mr. Curly Wolf said McLaurin. And come here now saying Smith, but a couple people got that one right, and I get to pick my own category.
Yes, you do. There we go.
How's that feel, Simon? Do it.
No, we're going to go with
for 100.
We're going with FanDuel Monday Night Special for 500.
Oh,
and I know nothing about sports betting. So
you're going with the most difficult question, but let's see how it goes. Maybe
I need to take a shot.
I like Craig's idea here. So Hot Pockets into all our dresses.
Yes.
Depends what flavor.
No.
Depends what flavor.
Simon, which player is the favorite to score 2 or more touchdowns in tonight's game? Terry McLaurin, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Antonio Gibson, or Alex Collins?
First of all, I was shocked that the Seahawks were 3-7. I didn't realize they had been that bad this year until I pulled up the game for tonight and was like, what in the world? When did that happen? 7 losses. Yeah. I'll go DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf.
Is he going to be right with the DK Metcalf?
John, were you here for the DK Metcalf debacle last? Oh my God, that was you. You were here.
Yes. You were on the show.
Full circle.
Oh my God, it's come full circle.
Metcalf. Yeah,
that's awesome.
And
that was when John and I banded up against Simon.
He willed this into existence. He said, "I hope Simon gets a DK Metcalf question."
Yeah, what? And he's not just getting one; he's answering DK Metcalf here. However, he is incorrect.
No.
DK Metcalf strikes again.
Antonio Gibson is favorite to get two or more touchdowns in tonight's game. And it makes sense. I'm pretty sure he probably has the most touchdowns out of everyone. If I had to guess, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah. So Antonio Gibson
not great against the run.
So if anyone's confident that someone's going to get 2+ touchdowns, maybe DK Metcalf, can make some money. Maybe.
I'm not confident there's going to be 2+ touchdowns in this entire game.
Honestly, Simon, I'm thinking the same thing.
Man, I hope you guys are right.
And Eric said, damn you, Metcalf. Foiled again. My new arch nemesis, and he doesn't even know it.
That's so good. But Come Here Now did get the correct answer saying Gibson. And then actually Craig also saying Gibson.
There we go.
Guys. Great job.
Gibson, nice job.
We got to get through a couple. I need to catch up. This is embarrassing.
All right. We could just keep going here.
I guess let's hit this question from Bam right now. Chubby Hubbard or Gaskin? Who would you rather have? It's Gaskin for me. John, what about you? Chubby Hubbard or Gaskin? Chuba Hubbard. Sorry.
Chuba Hubbard.
Yeah, I'm going to go Gaskin.
Gaskin. Josh, or you already said Gaskin. Jail, is this unanimous Gaskin or are you going Chuba?
It's unanimous Gaskins.
You do not say Gaskins. Didn't you say that was your pet peeve?
I've heard like way too many people say Gaskin. Like I was watching Red Zone and the announcer kept saying it.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so annoying.
That was the one that irked me was the announcer going, Gaskin's here. I'm like, you're the announcer.
And I was like, come on, figure that out, man. Like there's no S, but it's all good. There's an S in the middle of the name. I don't know. I digress. Gascon.
Miles Gascon.
I was clicking on it too.
I was reading it as gas can, but
I was doing the same thing, John. I read it as gas can.
Oh man,
Josh, you guys are fancier. I guess.
Foreign.
Yeah, we're more cultured,
Yeah, we're worldly. We're worldly.
Carol Gaskin is not. All right, John. Let's give Simon an opportunity to come back here a little bit. John, what category and what amount would you like here?
I want season receiving for 500.
Season receiving stats for 500. Let's go, John. Put these players in order in terms of receiving yards this season. Mike Gesicki, CJ Uzama, Hunter Henry, and Zach Ertz.
I'm gonna go Mike Gesicki's 1. I'm gonna go Zach Ertz 2. Hunter Henry's been like all touchdowns. CJ Uzama's got to be last. So Hunter Henry 3rd. Gesicki 1, Ertz 2, Uzama last, and Hunter Henry 3rd. Yeah, that's the one.
So he is going Gesicki, Ertz, Henry, Uzama.
Henry.
And
Yeah,
that's correct.
That's
That is
exactly the order I was going to do. Well done, John.
Thank
Bravo.
you.
I had Ertz and Henry switched on that one, but that was damn.
Henry has been mostly touchdowns. Same with CJ Uzama.
That was a
Also-
$500 question, John. I was going to give you.
Oh God, he might have just pulled out the win there.
John, before you pick JL's category, I want to get to this question. And Mr. Curly Wolf, there is no disrespect. We love answering
Yeah,
questions. We're here
Absolutely
playing
no
games,
disrespect.
but
Absolutely
we love
not.
answering questions. So I'm glad you brought
Mr.
this
Curly
one up. Mr. Curly Wolf wants to know, which wideout do you have the least confidence in? Amari Cooper, T. Higgins, or
Ooh.
DJ Moore?
That's an
Thinking about
interesting
standards and a wide
I like that
receiver trade
question.
for a better wide receiver. So for me, take the injury or the concerns about Amari Cooper not playing out of this, and it's DJ Moore that I have the least confidence in because of the Panthers offense. That doesn't mean he's third on this list, but the least confidence week in, week out, it's DJ Moore with Cam Newton at the quarterback position after the game this week. But with the concerns about playing or not right now this week, it's probably Amari Cooper. John, what do you think here?
Yeah, rest of the season, I'm totally with you. It's got to be DJ Moore. You just look at, the situations that these other wide receivers are in. Amari Cooper's, and the only thing keeping Amari Cooper out of playing is COVID. And once he gets back on the field, I don't have any doubt that he'll go back to being, a focal point within this offense. And then T. Higgins, I've been preaching it on my show for weeks now, is that keep playing T. Higgins. The target share has been there, and he finally pays off with a 2-touchdown game here. So I want to be attached to those quarterbacks and Dak Prescott and Joe Burrow, and I think DJ Moore is probably going to be the odd man out here for me.
Josh, are you agreeing, or would it be one of these other guys for you?
I think it's Amari Cooper for me, to be completely honest. Yeah, he's getting banged up consistently, and I think the targets weren't really there outside of 2 weeks during the season where he had double-digit targets. Week 1, he had 17 and 13 catches, 17 targets, 13 catches. But I don't know. It's very boomer bust, and I don't love it. It's probably Amari Cooper for me.
You guys ready to move on to our next question? Or JL, do you have a strong opinion there?
It's Cooper for me as well. Season target share 15.5% versus DJ Moore's 28.4%. I know the targets are higher quality for Amari Cooper, but it's much more competition there. I think I would have, and the injury concerns definitely worry me. So Cooper's the one I have the least confidence in.
Gotcha. John and I on the same page again.
I'm least confident in Simon making a comeback.
Yeah.
You get some points in Final Jeopardy. Anything can happen.
You're right. I just need to get on the board. That way I can win
What's up,
Final
Sean?
Jeopardy.
Sean.
Welcome in, Sean. Glad to have you here. And also Craig saying you have a great name on here, Mr. Curly Wolf. I just wanted to agree. Top tier name on here, Mr. Curly Wolf.
Absolutely.
What's going on now? It's JL's turn, right? And John gets to pick?
Yeah, John, what category will JL be doing?
Some gamesmanship here. Let's go top 12. Top fantasy performers.
Yeah, which one, JL?
200, please.
Who had the PPR fantasy points during the 2020 season? Alvin Kamara or Devonta Adams?
What season are we in right now?
2019.
I'll go Kamara.
Kamara is the correct answer. It was close.
It was pretty close.
I was hoping that you guys. I was about to say that, John. I was hoping you guys remember that 6-touchdown game at the very end of the season that really set him apart.
I do.
But
I
great
remember
job.
that game.
Oh, yeah. Were you facing him in your fantasy finals?
No, I had him in both of my fantasy finals, and I got to go in. I got both fantasy finals. I started Alvin Kamara, and I got to go into the weekend not even worried. Like it just worked.
I went into my weekend down a whole bunch because Kamara scored 60, trying to pull like all these home runs in my lineup. It was just a mess.
Jay Wall said Adams for that one as well, and then he said, "I'm the Simon of the chat."
Yeah, you are.
JL, what category will Simon be
generous?
doing?
Simon's going to be doing top fantasy performers.
Oh my
2017 to 2021.
Okay, well, get
I
me
don't
on
want
the
John
board
to be
here.
able to pick that for me.
Who has the most PPR fantasy points this season? Jonathan Taylor or Austin Eckler?
Jonathan
Simon?
Taylor.
Yes, the answer is Jonathan Taylor.
Wow, you did it, Simon.
I did it!
Yeah.
Look, you got some points. Like, you can play Final Jeopardy, and it could happen. It could happen.
Yeah, these guys
you
need
want
to
to just
back
keep
off.
going here?
Yeah, let's keep going.
All right. So, John. Oh, Simon. What category will John be doing?
We have to pick this time.
Do I want to? I'm going to give him week 12 fantasy points.
All right, John. Which one?
Give me 2 hundo, please.
Week 12 fantasy points for 2 hundo. John.
Jalen
who's
Waddle.
for PPR fantasy points in week 12. T. Higgins or Jalen Waddle? He's going with Jalen Waddle, and the answer is Jalen Waddle. Great job, John. Let's go.
He was the wide receiver one, so that was pretty easy.
Yeah,
Jail.
T. Higgins was the wide receiver too.
The reason I did that was so that you would still get screwed with a $100 question.
Thank you.
After he answered that one properly.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, John, what category is JL doing?
JL is going to do week 12 fantasy points.
All right, JL, here we go. Who scored more PPR fantasy points in week 12, JL? Leonard Fournette or Cornell
Leonard
Patterson?
Fournette.
Leonard Fournette is absolutely the answer by a lot. Great job, JL. All right. And what category will Simon be doing, JL?
Thank you, John.
JL, what category will Simon be
Oh,
doing?
I get to pick Simon's category. And I can't pick fantasy performers again.
No, you can't. You cannot.
Let's go with ADP.
All right, 2021 ESPN ADP, Simon.
No,
which
can I change?
amount? You okay with that, Simon?
That's fine.
Yeah, just change.
ADP.
Just hurry. I just want to answer.
All right. Which one?
Let's do ADP.
All right, which one, Simon?
400.
Who has a higher or had higher average draft position according to ESPN PPR ADP? Kyle Pitts, Miles Sanders, Adam Thielen, or Dak Prescott?
This is tricky on ESPN across the positions.
Yeah.
People were really down. Man, am I crazy for thinking of... You know what? I'll go Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders is the correct
Yes!
answer. Great job, Simon. He was drafted 38th overall. Kyle Pitts 46th, Adam Thielen 50th, and Dak Prescott 55th. Great job.
I almost went Pitts. And J-Wall said, I'm on fire, and then proceeded to get this one wrong. Pitts. Nice job, J-Wall. Eric got it right with Sanders. Jay guessed Pitts. Come here now, guessing Thielen. And guys, I'm coming back.
I think we have time for one more round before Final Jeopardy if you guys want to get in there.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Maria's
When I
right.
get to pick the
John Taylor
category.
would have that crazy game.
Yeah.
We're going to go season receiving stats for John.
JL is mad inside.
I think that's Jail's best category, so I want to prevent him from getting the 400 in that category.
Well, John, are you going to take the 400?
Yes, of course.
All right, John, here we go. Who has more receptions this season? Austin Eckler, Mark Andrews, Mike Williams, or Kyle Pitts?
Man, this is tough. Andrews is sneaky. He is sneaky.
That was a sneaky catch yesterday. I know he has at least one after I watched that one.
I'm going to go with Mark Andrews here.
The man is going with Mark Andrews, and the man is correct. Mark Andrews has
Wow.
60 receptions. Austin Eckler, 51. Mike Williams, 50. And Kyle Pitts, 45. John, let's go.
John,
Killing it.
running the game.
John's running the
That's
game.
what I do.
Look, J-Wall got it right.
J-Wall got it right.
I
wait,
think
he
he
said-
copied off Eric.
He said J.K. Williams. I think it's a little bit of a
That's so
J.K. Andrews.
Oh Lord, J Wall.
Oh,
that's
Let's give my guy JL season receiving stats because we know
That's
he
your
loves
favorite
the
category, JL. So which one?
Let's go 200.
All right. Who has more receiving yards this season, Mike Evans or Jamar Chase? I love to
Jamar
see you
Chase.
struggle. You gonna go with Jamar Chase? And the answer is Jamar Chase. 906 receiving yards to Mike Evans, 695.
Wow, Mike Evans.
I know. They both have the same exact, if I remember correctly, the same exact amount of targets and catches.
Wow.
Which is kind of crazy. Yeah, Mike Evans has like 1 or 2 more touchdowns, I believe.
Jamar Chase's ADOT must be so high.
Seriously.
4 yards after catch, maybe.
J-Wall goes, I'm an effing mess over here. Then he guesses Evans and goes, damn it. J-Wall, I'm enjoying this in the chat so much. What category am I answering in JL?
Receiving stats. Give him the 100.
Sorry, Simon. Who has more receptions this season? Keenan Allen or Michael Pittman?
Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen's the correct answer. 81 receptions. Michael Pittman's 61. Great job, Simon.
Yeehaw.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap up our normal round of Jeopardy. John has 1,900, JL 1,300, and Simon 600. I will say, Final Jeopardy can get a little interesting, though. It can get a little fun. You know,
it's a little wacky.
So I'm going to give you guys right now the category for the Final Jeopardy question, and then you're going to have to write down or tell me. Right? Do you have pen and paper by any chance, John, or do you have your phone? Maybe. You can
I could figure something out for sure.
All right, perfect. Yeah. So before we ask the question, I want you guys to reveal the amount you would like to wager. But the category for the last question is rushing yards. Rushing yards. The category is rushing yards. And I want you guys to write down how much you would like to wager for this final question.
I'm ready.
All right. JL, ready?
I'm ready too.
Simon's ready.
What was the category?
Rushing yards.
Oh, yeah. Let me just pull that up real quick.
John, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So Simon, how much are you wagering?
600.
JL?
1,300.
Oh, I knew it.
And John?
1,000.
1,000. All right.
I can win. I can win.
You could win.
All right, guys. Here comes the question. And after, I'm just like thinking about this. This might be a good thing to do for Final Jeopardy. Maybe we should get out of the chat. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'll get out of the chat. I'm over here.
Does that make sense? It makes sense.
Private
right?
Private chat.
Let's get into the private chat. And here comes the question. Name the player with the most rushing yards this season. Josh Allen, Ramondre Stevenson, and Devin Singletary. What player has the most rushing yards so far this season? That's simple, guys. It's a simple question. You got 3 options, and So simple, guys. Come on, Oh, right, I forgot. Do 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 do. All right, I'm gonna stop. You guys feeling good?
No, but I'm ready.
Yeah.
All right.
Feeling tonight.
That one.
You guys all ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
JL? Scrunched up face, JL?
Yeah.
All right, everyone's ready. You got your answers written down?
Yeah.
All right. So why don't you guys just go ahead and show them? All of them at the same time, kind of deal. Devin Singletary by Simon. We got a Ramondre Stevenson up top. Okay, so both JL and John are going with...
Oh, I got a shot
Ramondre.
now.
Yeah, you got a shot. Just let me do some quick calculations. All right. So name the player with the most rushing yards this season. Josh Allen, Ramondre Stevenson, Devin Singletary. There's the rushing yards right next to that.
I won!
Simon is going to pull out the win with 1,200 points here.
Call it a comeback.
Simon somehow won this game. I told you guys, Final Jeopardy can change everything. And somehow Simon won the game. Let's go. Look,
this is what happens when we don't band together, John.
Simon is about to win this thing.
Oh my gosh.
I'm such an idiot. All I had to do was put up 700, and at worst I tied.
Yeah. But at the same time, you didn't know what JL was going to wager. I
knew what JL was going to wager. I just didn't even think about Simon because I was like, oh, Simon,
he's out.
Big deal. Yeah, but I was like, awesome. Oh, JL, as long as I wager 1,000, I should be good because even if I get it wrong, I'm. Whatever. It's okay.
I will say this, John. You came in second. And JL, such a strong performance throughout the game, but I'm sorry. Couldn't pull it out in the end. Simon, great job. Great job, Simon.
That is that's maybe the most excited I've ever been for a win on the fantasy football game show. That was the most fun I've had.
It wasn't pretty.
Jay called it. Also, Craig in here saying, since we're alone, what's up with these hosts today? At least they have a great guest to carry them. Yeah, thank God we had a great guest in here to carry us. John,
I think it's just the synergy, it's like all of us and the energy here. It's Josh. We're not looking at Josh's stairwell anymore. We've got a lava lamp now, some crystals.
Lots of good synergy.
It's just a lot of good synergy going on here.
And guys, if you did get Singletary correct. That's
well done.
It was just me and come here now. Nice job there on that one. Guys, if you are not already following our guest by the end of this show, go and follow him right now on Twitter at JR Football Nerd and make sure you are checking out the awesome content he is producing. He's the host of the Fantasy Football Diagnostics podcast and the Now We Have Liftoff New York Jets podcast. I know we've got some Jets fans in the chat. You guys made it heard at the beginning, and he's a fan-sided contributor for the Jet Press as well. John, thank you so much for coming on today with us, man. It is always fun having you come hang out.
Hey guys, as soon as Jay reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to come on, 100%, I said yes, and it made it even better that I was actually off today and didn't have to schedule a dentist appointment. So it all just worked out, and I'm always fun to hang out with you guys.
It absolutely is, John.
I thought you maybe already had a dentist appointment planned so that you could rummage through your wife's things to figure out what to get her as a gift.
She says, what are you doing in there? You're like, I'm at the dentist.
Yeah. You go to the dentist a lot.
And Jay in here saying John said yes within 30 seconds. You're going to make me cry. That's exciting. I appreciate that you enjoy coming on here, John. We truly do love having you on. That's going to be it for us today, though, guys. We will be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time for some more fantasy football game show. So make sure you tune in then. Josh, you already said trading makes fantasy fun, so I think that's it for this Monday.
Fun. Yeah, it does.
You know what? Let's do one more thing before we jump off. Monday Night Football score predictions. Josh.
Hold on. I got it. The Seahawks are going to win 27-17.
27-17. John, what do you think?
The Seattle Seahawks win 21-19.
JL?
21-17. Seahawks.
Okay, I'll take the Washington football team, and I'm going to take the same score as JL, 21-17, but on the Washington football team side here. We will see how this one pans out. Enjoy your Monday Night Football, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Adios, everyone.
Bye-bye.